Hello friends, how is it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I am playing with the full Colourpop in Twilight collection. I am so super excited. I had actually bought myself a couple pieces from the collection on launch day, but then Colourpop ended up sending me the whole collection. So that's great because now I can play with it sooner, and I'm just gifting my friend Rachel the things that I bought because she wanted them anyways. So we're gonna do a full rundown. I'm gonna be doing close-ups, swatches. I'll chat about the things I like and don't like. I'll be creating the look that you see right here and just giving you my overall full thoughts and opinions. I was super excited about this whole vibe. I love Twilight so much, and I'm just excited to be here, hanging out, chatting about this collection, and sharing it with you. This collection did sell out like immediately. Like, I'm honestly shocked that I was able to get what I did. Because I was able to check out pretty easily, but I must have just been on the site at the right time because this sold out pretty instantly. Last thing I've seen, according to their Instagram, is that they're working on a restock, but there isn't a date announced as of right now. But they are working on a restock, so anyone who missed out, you'll be able to check that out. Before we get into all the products and the tutorial, as far as my accessories today go, this is just a Neff brand beanie. This is an old wig off of Amazon. This is a really old choker. I don't know where it's from. And of course, I have my Twilight shirt. I actually got this off of Amazon last year in celebration for my Twilight watch party. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop on in and chat about all of the products in this collection. First things first, we have the Soul Body Oil in the shade Like Diamonds. And listen, I know everybody wanted something to be named This is the Skin of a Killer Bella, but I mention it later in the video as well. I just don't think Colourpop was gonna get away with that. You know, even though it's a literal direct quote, I just don't think they were gonna put the word killer on a product. So we have Like Diamonds, which is also part of the movie. It's when he's all sparkling in the meadow and all glittery. And she goes, and it's even on the packaging, it's like diamonds, you're beautiful. We have two face highlighters. We have Meadow and Vampire Skin. Meadow has a little bit more of a soft kind of pinky purple reflect, and Vampire Skin is more of that bright, icy, beaming kind of situation. I love the Super Shock highlighters so much. They are one of the products I've had in my collection for years. Like, I've been using Flexitarian for a million years. I've gone through multiple of them. Seismic's one of my favorites. And I'm really excited to add these to the mix. These are actually two of the things that I had purchased myself, but I'm now giving to a friend whenever that package arrives, because I really like this formula, and these colors scream to my soul. I love anything like icy and shifty and sparkly. It's very up my alley. I just loved all the packaging everything came into. It's so freaking cute. Like, it has little quotes like, "I'm not scared of you, hold on tight, spider monkey, so the lion fell in love with the lamb." Love to see it. Next, we have the three lip oils. We have the shades Bells, Team Edward, and Team Jacob. These are all super sheer lip oils. They are not gonna be an intense color payoff. And I'll be honest, let me go back to Colourpop's Instagram. I think that's where they made one of their mistakes. There was a lot of complaints that there wasn't enough red in this collection, which I see what you're saying because, like, vampires, blood, all that stuff. But one, there's not a whole lot of red in the first movie, and this collection is very based on the first movie. Like, yes, there's the apple on the book, and there's like an homage to that in the movie, but the red is not the prominent color in the first movie. It's very much that like teal, greenish blue filter over everything. And there really isn't even that much blood in the first movie. Like, people aren't really hunting and doing the thing, but they came right out the bat with like this teaser. That's not really anything from this collection. Like, this is what I'm wearing right now. It's never gonna look like that. And they'd also posted this. This was the first teaser they did, which is clearly the wand from this, but it's not that pigmentation. It's not the blood drip, so to speak. So they might have shot themselves in the foot by posting those teasers with like a bold red lip product. But this is the reality. We have the lip oils, which I do enjoy the lip oil formula. It's very slippy, nourishing, it's easy to wear, it's comfy, and I think these colors are fun. I think they're representative of aspects of the movie. Like, we have just like these muted kind of tones. I'm not mad at these. Do I wish there could have been more bold lips in the collection? Yes, I would have enjoyed that, but I'm not mad at the lip oils either. I think they're fine. And the different packaging, like, all of these have like a different thing. Like, Belle's has the truck, and Edward's has like the little crest, and then Team Jacob has the wolf. And they all have little quotes. Hers is the "I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him." Edward's is "What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?" And Jacob's is "Really, it's just like an old scary story." Oh, Taylor Lautner. We also got 3 graphic inks liners. I was tempted by these, but I didn't end up buying these myself, but I am happy that I have these in the full collection because they are really cute colors. I think the wand is nice. I think these perform nicely. I don't feel like these last forever though. I do feel like the product itself kind of dries out over time, but these do work pretty well for a good chunk of time. We have the shades Coven, Forever, and Vampire. I feel like these are pretty on par names with just the whole vampire situation. Are they the most creative names? No, but they are what they are. And I do like this packaging because there's like quotes on the packaging itself, not just the unit cartons, which is really fun to see. I'm gonna read every quote just so you know. They kind of keep to themselves. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Vampire. This is just cracking me up. He's totally gorgeous, obviously. These are super fun. Obviously, as you saw in the swatches, we have kind of a mixture of like a black, a green, and a red. I did feel like the green didn't have as much pigment as I was thinking. It's a little bit more of like a sheer, like kind of muted green, but it's still cute, and I still have to try that one on my eyes itself. I do plan on doing another look with all of this over on Instagram and YouTube Shorts as soon as I can, so just stay tuned for that. I think I do want to kind of base it around the green liner. That's the word I'm looking for. And of course, we have the cute packaging. This just has the same quotes as what's on the tube itself, but very freaking cute. And then of course, we have the actual palette itself. This is the sleeve that it first came in, just this kind of misty with the red writing on it. Super, super cute. And then the palette itself, I just love the foresty, misty, tealy green blue. Like this very much looks like the first movie, and I love that. You open it up, we have Edward and Bella. We have the So the Lion Fell in Love with the Lamb. I'll be honest, I didn't need this picture on my palette, but I'm also not mad about it. But I would have also liked just see more like trees. That would have been fine for me too. We have 15 shades and mixtures of mattes and shimmers. We have different textures in here. We have super sparkly, more chunky shimmers, and we have more smooth metallic shimmers. I personally love this color story. Like again, I know some people really wanted to see a red in the palette, but again, for me, there's just not a whole lot of red in that first movie specifically. To me, this represents the first movie really, really well. I saw people saying like there isn't a color for Bella's truck, or like the color of their eyes, like the amber color. People again wanted to see that red. But to me, I feel like if you start getting really nitpicky about these really specific things, you're gonna end up just having a rainbow palette. And I would have been so mad if this was just a rainbow palette. That would have not fit. This, I feel like, captures the vibe of the movie itself really well. Just the overarching color story. It's, I feel like, pretty on par, and I'm not mad to see it. And you could always add in your own pop of red if you really, really wanted to. Like a bold red lip would be really pretty. There is that red liner as well. There is the red lip oil, which I'm wearing right now, which obviously isn't screaming red. But you can do other things if you want to add that red moment. I'm personally not mad that there isn't a red in here. I think it's fine. But that's just me. We all have different opinions. For me, this is kind of exactly what I would have wanted the palette to be. I love just the foresty greens. I love the kind of muted, moody blues. I like all the sparkle and the twinkle. It's doing the right things for me, and I love it. And these names are just super fun. Like we have Edward, Unconditionally, Prom Night, Immortal, Ice Cold, Say It Out Loud, The Cullens, Lion and Lamb, 17, Moonlit, Impossibly Fast, Bella, Irresistible, Irrevocably, and Forever Young. Overall, I think this is a really fun palette. This was the other thing that I bought myself. I bought the 2 highlighters in the palette, and then obviously Colourpop sent me the whole collection. So I'm giving the palette and 2 highlighters to my friend, who is also a big Twilight fan. Like she keeps up with the books more often than I do. I really want to do a reread so I can like get all those nitty gritty things back in my brain because it's been a while. But that is the overview of the collection itself. Again, I will be doing another look with all of this over on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. If it's not already up by the time this video goes up, it'll be coming very, very soon. I will be working on that as fast as I can. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm not ready to stop having fun with this. I think this is a pretty decent representation of the first movie. And honestly, I'm holding out so much hope that we get full collections for every movie, because I know people were seeing a very lack of Jacob in this collection, which, like I mentioned before, I don't feel like he's a main plot point of the first movie. Like he just kind of pops in every so often, but it's not like a big thing. He doesn't really become super relevant until the second movie. So I would love if we get a New Moon collection. It's very warm and orangey and burnt, and that movie just has such a warm glow to it. It's so, so pretty. We'll get a lot more Jacob representation. We'll get some Volturi in there. There is so much we could do. And then I'd love to see some Eclipse and then Breaking Dawn. There is so much we could do with different collections. And I really hope it doesn't stop here. I hope we get more, but I also hope we don't get bombarded with all the movies too fast if they do that. Like, I don't want one of these every week. I would like it to be like spread out throughout the year. Maybe every couple of months we get an extension to the Twilight collection, but we don't need it like right now. But that's just what I'm hoping for. What are you hoping for? I would love to know. Which movie would you be the most excited to see turned into a collection? How would you want it represented? I would love to know. Let's just move on. I'm going to do the tutorial now, and then at the end I will circle back and I will give you my full thoughts on everything I used today. All right, my friends, hello. How's it going? We are gonna dive into this collection. We have body highlighter, regular highlighter, eye stuff, lip stuff, all the stuff, and I'm very excited to dive into it. Maybe let's start with just popping some of this body oil on. Obviously my shoulders and stuff aren't showing, but I figured we could just put it on my arms and we'll see how it looks. I think these products are nice, the like shimmering dry oils. I just don't wear these a lot. I'm a sweater kind of person, so I'm just gonna do like gonna do a little bloop, and I have this body highlighter brush from Lawless. Let me roll my sleeve up actually so I don't get it all gunky. And just see what happens. I mean, this does look really pretty. I don't know how, no, yeah, you can totally tell. You can see how it's sparkling. It's like diamonds. That's the name of it. This is the skin of a killer Bella. It smells nice. Like, these products always have like that tropical coconutty scent if it's from that like Soul line. I kind of wish it wasn't coconut scented. Like, I wish they maybe could have like picked a different scent for this particular collection, just because coconut feels a little off-brand. I mean, I know they go like to an island for their honeymoon in the 4th book/movie, but this is just based on the first one, so the scent feels a little off-brand, but it's still a lovely scent, I gotta say. Oh yeah, look at that sparkle. Look at it, it's cute. You can see it most on my black spots. Oh, that's pretty. This is the skin of a killer Bella. As if you could outrun me. All right, I don't know which face highlighter I want to use just yet between Vampire Skin and Meadow, so I think we'll just wait until the end after my eye look is done, and then we will get into it. So I'm gonna prime first with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I'm just gonna slather this on and blend it out. When they started teasing this collection, I lost my mind. I love Twilight. I love it so much. It consumed the entirety of my middle school experience. I read all of the books so many times, like, even when I only had the first 2 books and then the first 3 books, like as they were coming out, I would like read the ones that I had and then I would immediately start over. And then by the time I had all the books, like I would literally read them all, start over, read them all, start over. Amidst some other stuff, because I did read other things back in the day too, but those were my absolute favorites. I loved them. I still own my original copies. I bought Midnight Sun when it released back in like end of 2020, I think. I love it. I kind of want to reread the original books because it's been a long time since I have. Might have to do that sometime this year. The palette, I just feel like this captures Fork's energy so well. I love the moody blues and the greens. It's very that teal filter that covers the entirety of the movie. I don't even know what look I want to do. I know I really badly want to play with this shade, this sparkly shade. Maybe this dark green as well could be really pretty. Oh, I don't know. Let's see, I think I do want to start with Impossibly Fast. I'm gonna use my E06 from Singe Beauty, and I'm going to start tippy-tappying this in the outer corner. Nice, just a nice deep green. You're impossibly fast and strong. Oh man, I need to watch these movies again soon. I just rewatched all of them back in like, I think September. I literally had a full-on like Twilight watch party with my friends. I made like some themed snacks and had like little cutouts of the characters from the movies like everywhere in my like kitchen and living room. And we watched all 10 hours worth of movies. It was such a fun time. We laughed, we enjoyed. It was just such a good moment. I usually rewatch them like once every year, usually when it's like starting to be the early stages of fall and I'm like missing spooky season really badly, but it's still nasty and gross and summery in Florida. I get the urge. I'm like, it's Twilight time. So I think maybe I will reread the books this year. I feel like I have to. Which books and movies were your favorite? I think as far as the movies go, like I'd probably rank them like Breaking Dawn Part 2, Breaking Dawn Part 1, maybe New Moon, then Eclipse, then Twilight. Just because like the Twilight movie, like as iconic as it is, just production-wise, it's not their best one. There's a lot of weirdness that happens there. I'm gonna take 17 and blend it out. How long have you been? 17? This is the easier 3 from Singe. I'm just gonna use that. Just feeling kind of a green vibe. I mean, obviously green and blue is the mood with this palette. The first movie really just, it is so funny. Like Emmett walking in with a bag of eggs in the cafeteria, like what? The ketchup scene, I just can't. It's so, so funny. Just the weird little quirks, it's the best. I feel like the weird little quirks is what make that movie so fun and so memorable. Ooh, this is actually really nice. I'm enjoying this so far. As far as the books go, I mean, the first book is such an iconic moment. I loved that book so, so much. It was just so wonderful. My young teenage self was obsessed with it. But I also loved like the Breaking Dawn books. I loved how it was split up with it being like the first perspective through the honeymoon, and then it switches to Jacob's perspective during the pregnancy, and then it goes back to Bella's perspective for the vampire war, if you will. Eclipse was just such a good moment. When Bella has her sleepover with Edward, that was like the smuttiest thing I'd ever read at that point in my life, which is not smutty at all. Very PG, I don't even know if I'd say PG-13 because nothing happens. It was so good. And then New Moon, I love getting to know Jacob more. I was always Team Edward through and through back in the day. In retrospect, I do like aspects of both. I enjoy aspects of Jacob, I enjoy aspects of Edward, but I feel like I'm still Team Edward in my heart. Honestly, I've always kind of been Team Alice and Team Emmett, if I had to really pick. I feel like now that we're all older, Carlisle and Charlie just do something for us. Cute! I'm really liking these moody greens. It's really nice. I do want to deepen this up a little bit actually. So I'm going to take Forever Young right there. I'm just going to use this little Singe brush, the E04. I'm just going to tap this just a little bit in that outer corner. I don't love this formula where it's like a matte with sparkle pressed in, but it's not the end of the world. The sparkle just ultimately ends up dusting off anyways. And then it basically just acts as a matte. So we're just gonna treat it as a matte. I'm gonna smudge a little of that in that outer corner. The excitement that I felt when Breaking Dawn's book released, I just can't. I think I read it all in a day. I devoured it, and then I promptly reread the whole series immediately after. I just could not get enough. I vividly remember watching the movies in theaters. I do remember feeling a little bummed at the first movie when I initially saw it, just because as hilarious as the Meadow scene is now with the as if you could outrun me, as if you could fight me off, it's so funny now, but that is just not how it goes down in the book. It's so much more of like a cutesy little date where they're just kind of sitting and chatting. But obviously cinematically that would be kind of a boring scene to just have on film. But now I love it. Now I think it's iconic. It's amazing. It's so, so funny. I quote it all the time. Not to mention the first movie's soundtrack absolutely slaps. I mean, all the movies I feel like have good soundtracks, but the first one, I literally listened to that first soundtrack willingly all the time. It's just amazing. All right, moving on to some shimmer now. I'm gonna use my Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay. This is just gonna help my shimmer pop really well and also stay put. I'm just tippy tapping this around my lid a little bit. And I'm just going to use my finger to tap it out. I owned multiple Twilight posters. I think I owned the first Twilight CD as well, like the soundtrack. I just loved it. All right, so I'm gonna be using Lion and Lamb, and then I'm also gonna be using Immortal. Lion and Lamb is gonna go in the outer half, and then Immortal is gonna go in the front half. So let's start with that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. I think I mentioned it in the intro too. Like, I know so many people were disappointed in the lack of like funny names for some of these things like Skin of a Killer and Bella, Where the Hell Have You Been, Loca? But I'm just assuming they just didn't have the permission to do something like that. Or maybe they just didn't want the word like killer on their products. But I don't know. I don't work for the brand. Would I have loved to see that? Sure. But like, I get it. That's not really maybe what the brand and company wanted for the shade names. That green is like top tier. That's an amazing, amazing green. I really, really like that. Even just this all over the lids would have been really, really pretty. All right, taking Immortal now. It's a really sparkly, kind of chunky like shimmer, but it's not a glitter. There's no pressed glitters in this palette, which I love to see. Cause like, I know that this exists. Like you can give us a really sparkly textured shimmer without it being a glitter. And that's what makes me happy. That's really, really pretty. Ooh, I cannot. I am going to hold out so much hope that we truly do end up getting like a collection for every movie. I think that would be really, really fun. And obviously, like I would have loved to see the collection represent the books rather than the movies, just because like objectively the books are better. But I get it. I get doing the movies. It's more, I don't want to say tangible, that's not the right word, but it's more recognizable if it's based on a movie rather than a book, because there's actual like faces to put to things and like actual colors. Like it's not just in your head. It's not an imaginary thing. It's very there. Really, really like this combo of this sparkly bluish shade with the green. That is good. All right, for the inner corner, I think we have to use Edward. I just think we have to. That's the one to use. Gonna dabble that in the inner corner. You know, I'm thinking we might have to use Vampire Skin as the highlight, because Meadow, as beautiful as it is, I think we just need to go full on Vampire Skin today. So I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. And we'll probably just try on all the lip oils because that's really easy to wear multiples of. It's not hard for me to take them all off, and I'm kind of in the mood to try them all out, so we'll do that too. But first things first, let's do this highlighter situation. We have Vampire Skin here. I'm gonna use this brush that I have here from Unearthly Cosmetics. It's an 8-12. It's kind of a weird shaped brush, but it does the job really well. And the super, I can never say that on the first try. Super Shock highlighters are really, really dense and kind of puttyish, so I find like a smaller, denser brush works really well. Ooh, that is nice. Very bright. All right, that is so pretty. I love the Super Shock highlighters. Like, this is one of the things I cared the most about getting from this collection, and I'm really, really happy with that. I have a feeling I'm gonna be dipping into both for a while. Cute, love to see it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just finish up this look really quick. I'm gonna throw on, oh, I guess I didn't do an eyeliner. I mean, I guess we could do an eyeliner. Maybe we could do a little wing with Coven. This is like the black one. I know that's probably the least exciting one to do, but the green's just gonna blend in with this look. It's not even gonna like show up. And then I don't really want the red. I'm not feeling the red. So let's maybe try the black one out with Coven. Let's do kind of a little flick. Cute. Not mad at that at all. And I definitely do think I will reach for the green and the red one. I just need to do it on a different day. Very nice. That's exactly what I thought it would be. It's nice that it has a little bit of sparkle to it. It's cute. Well, I'm gonna do the other wing and then throw on like my eye pencil, my lashes, and then we will move on to the lip oils. All right, here's where I'm at so far. I threw on my Flutter Lashes by Bright Lashes, and then my eye pencil is Black Flame Candle from the OG Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection. I just felt like this metallic green fit the vibe really well. So now let's try on the lip oils. I guess we'll just start with Belle's. Let's start with the red one. Let's give this a try. I don't have any lip liner on today or anything. Figure we would just try these on for what they are. It's kind of a nice color. It's obviously not like a red. And obviously the teasers led people to think there'd be like a red lip color. You know, I actually don't hate that. I think that looks really nice with my natural lip color. Just like a sheer red. There's not a whole lot of sparkle going on. There's a little bit of sparkle, but mostly just looks like this. So this is the shade Belle's. All right, let's do Team Edward. This is the sparkly sheer blue. All right. This one's gonna make my lips look kind of purpley. You know, I'm not hating this one. I thought I wouldn't really like this one, but you know, I actually don't mind it. Again, it's not as sparkly as I thought it would be. It's not a bad color. It just gives my lips kind of a slight mauve-y tint. Looks kind of nice with this eye look too. So yeah, this is Team Edward. And now let's do Team Jacob, which honestly, I'm surprised there's even a Team Jacob thing, Just because like based on the first movie and even the first book, there wasn't really this like, will she choose Edward or will it be Jacob? It was very much like Edward is the prominent feature. At this point, Jacob's really just like a long lost family friend. Like she hasn't really spoken to him in a while, but I'm not mad to see it. I wasn't trying to say I am. I was just surprised. So this is the sheer black one. This one's gonna give my lips kind of a, I guess also kind of a mauve tint. I feel like black lip oils have become so trendy. I think Blend Bunny and Fantasy Cosmetica came out with some last year, and now we have a Colourpop one. They're becoming a thing. All right, so this is Team Jacob. Yeah, just kind of like almost a darker mauve color. These are all super sheer. They're not that different. But I don't mind it. I think I'm honestly gonna end up picking Belle's. I really liked that pinky lip that it gave me. It was very reminiscent to like how Bella's lips look in the movie. So yeah, I'm going to throw Belle's back on and then we will zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far on everything. Thank you so much for watching my video. I had a lot of fun today. I feel like the Twilight soundtrack is just on repeat in my brain. I am feeling very inspired to reread the books right now. I am excited to play with this collection again. Like I mentioned before, just stay tuned. I'll have another look on Instagram and YouTube Shorts if it's not already up. It'll be coming soon, but I cannot wait. I think it's gonna be so super fun. And let me just chat about my overview of everything. The Soul Body Oil. Do I feel like it's an appropriate type of product for the collection? Yes, because one of the main parts of Twilight is that their skin sparkles. They're sparkly vampires, and this will make you look like a sparkly vampire. I just wish it didn't smell like coconut. Even though I know that's what these products always smell like, I just wish they maybe could have done something, I don't know, even just like a clean scent. Like just like a clean laundry kind of smell, I feel like would have been fine. But coconut is not giving me Twilight. These highlighters are so cute. Obviously I've only worn vampire skin so far, but I really, really like it. It's so bright, it's so poppin', it's beautiful. It has little multicolored reflex when I get really close in direct light. I'm really excited about these. I don't think I'm gonna put them down anytime soon. These eyeliners, I mean, I've only worn one so far, and I mean, I like it. Is it anything special? No, but I also used the black one. Just because again, the green would have gotten lost in this look and I just wasn't really feeling the red with the green today. But I do want to play with these some more. I want to focus on the red and the green at some point, so I will try to get to that as soon as I can. I think the formula's fine. I think the colors fit the vibe really well and I'm not mad about them. The lip oils, they're all sheer. They're all lip oils. None of these are gonna be that bold burst of color by any means. They're all gonna be very subtle, very much a slight tint of whatever you see here. I didn't buy these because I knew I probably didn't need all of them, or any of them for that matter, just because it's such a sheer wash of color. I have other lip oils in my collection, and I do stand by that, like, I don't think these stand out a ton compared to other things that I own, but the Twilight fan in me is happy that I do own them because I love seeing just like the Twilight like logo on it and the theming. And these are really pretty. They're just not like revolutionary. They're not the star of the show is what I'm trying to say. And then of course the actual star of the show is the palette itself, the Twilight palette. I did forget to mention, but I did tuck a little bit of Irresistible underneath that like front lower lash line just for a little extra sparkle. I meant to mention that earlier and I forgot to. So there you go. But I used quite a bit of the shades. I mean, we used 2 of the mattes. I'll get to the other mattes in due time. I used lots of the shimmers, like we used these 2, we used this one, I used that one. We used what, like 6 out of 15 shades, so a little over a third of the palette. So far, I'm impressed. I mean, it's kind of what I expect from Colourpop. I feel like their formulas are fine. The mattes blended really well. I really enjoyed the way those greens performed on the eyes. I just love that we got like those foresty greens in here. It makes me really happy. And these shimmers are beautiful. This like green metallic is like such a showstopper. That's so beautiful. It's a really, really good shade. And I really like these. They're very, very sparkly. They have really beautiful reflex. The Edward shade that I used in my inner corner has like almost holographic sparkles in it when I look like in the mirror. Like there's different multicolored sparkles going on. It's really, really pretty. And then Irresistible on that lower lash line just offers a really nice metallic glow. Overall, I'm really happy with this palette. Like, I think again, it captured the energy of the movie really well. I feel like it is pretty much what I would have wanted this kind of vibe to be. And I'm impressed with it. I'm excited to play with this one some more. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I, again, am just holding out hope that we get like New Moon Eclipse and Breaking Dawn collections. That would make me really happy, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Did you pick anything up? Do you want to pick anything up? What are your favorite parts of this collection? I would love to know. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some Twilight themed emojis, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot, and if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm battybean there as well, and also feel free to subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. You can also join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.